morning, boys and girls. Welcome back. Let's see if we have a nice and clear mic sound here. Like that. Yes. Okay. So, black eyes, you say. I've done some off-camera work since the fall of France, and now in April the occupation is finally starting to stabilize. It's been a lot of micromanaging the economy, etc. I'll show you a bit here. Don't know if you can zoom in this far, but France is actually now on 32% compliance, and what you want to do is reach 40, because at 40 you get the reorganized workforce, which gives you 5% local factories, more IC. You also get 5% resources, 10% local supplies. I suppose that's only when you fight in the area. Poland has started to go above and beyond the 34 or so that I started with. They're on almost 38 overall. And I'm using 9k garrisons out of, I don't know, I have a lot stocked up. Civilian oversight gains you compliance the fastest, but it also costs more excuse me, it costs you more garrisons to maintain it. Let's check out. So civilian, actually, let's say martial law. Good morning. I need more coffee. Say we go for military governor. You get more resources and industry, of course, but the resistance targets and required garrisons differ. Actually, I lied. You need less required garrisons, and you take, I guess you take more damage, but it's the fastest way to raise compliance, and long term that pays off. So short term, you want resources, you go with the heavier, more restrictive policies. I'm gonna go long term. Oh boy, I got that messed up, didn't I? The last year we lost 800 garrison and 1.7 manpower. So you can also, I'm gonna make a better garrison template than what I'm using. Let's go naval wise. I haven't done much. I've cut off the coast, and I'm now using submarines, the medium type 7 ones out here in the Atlantic. I have sent my coastal submarines into Italy, and I'm using them in the Western Mediterranean with some success. I haven't lost too many. I've been mining the Norwegian southern coast, and I'm now setting up a preparation for invading Norway from the south. Airwise, what we did was we sent out a lot of fighters to fight in the British Channel here, and as you can see, I gained 1 to 2 odds against the British. Not for a very long time. So, but I guess he's using a lot of old fighters here. Let me see. Can you see what? I think you can see what. No, you can only see the number. I thought you could see the types. I didn't really get very good mission efficiency and air detection, so I wasn't too keen to fight here. So I was a bit surprised that I cheated. I guess I have more modern fighters, and that is the reason why. Maybe doctrines as well? No. I have sent expeditionary forces to Africa. I have a garrison regiment going to Casablanca. I have 1 garrison regiment. Remember these blue G garrison? They're just small regiments with 2 battalions of artillery and 3 of infantry. They should be able to hold off an invasion for a short while for reinforcement to arrive there. They have 43 defense and 21 org, with 81 strength. So even if it's a small one, and remember for me, not using light artillery, these are basically free. So I'm thinking 3 infantry, I can afford that. And of course Italy is not going to garrison there. I also have 4 infantry divisions in Africa now. It's one of my most experienced ones, and 3 with medals, so that I in time can upgrade them to consume less supply when I have the political power available. And I plan to make these strong elite divisions with as a low supply imprint. I even researched the desert warfare equipment. We're not gonna do it right quite now, but that's the plan. I even sometimes, when they get very experienced, semi-mechanize them. And I did a little extra here. I decided to send, since this is the Panzer playthrough of Black Ice, I decided to send the 13th Panzer Division, which is one of my most lavishly equipped with recovery vehicles, mechanized maintenance, and medium tanks. So it's got 200 Panzer 4Ds. So this is gonna be, as you can check the combat stats, 244 soft attack. I'm not sure if the 13th has a medal and breakthrough bonus, but 247 breakthrough. So that's gonna make it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to supply it. This is the first time I'm sending such a strong tank division to North Africa. And I also splashed 5 PP to get one of the historical units, the 5th light division. It's actually the 2nd. The reason I like them is because they start with experience level 15. I guess I'm a sucker for role-playing and Chrome, because it doesn't make that much of a gameplay meta difference. They're running around with light tanks. It's basically a small, bad motorized division using light artillery that I can sacrifice. I do have trucks to spare. This is not the way I want to set it up with the HQs. It looks very bad, but I like the 15 experience. And so let's just, what is the supply imprint? 2.7. Right. Supply is surely an issue in North Africa, and I am going to be building up the ports in Tripoli and Tobruk as we keep playing. So that's what I've done. I've sent my remaining garrison regiments to sit 1 in each port, and I also sent the Slovaks. They have 4 very bad infantry divisions, very bad. I'm not gonna sacrifice these on the Eastern Front. I'm gonna leave them as a on the ports facing the UK. I'm gonna have them sit out here, I suppose. And we are now soon to be entering Operation Weserübung, and to do that, the Battle of Norway. Cheers to the Northern Army. I have a mountain army here that I haven't renamed yet, under Böhm, whatever his name is. The reason for it is he's a mountaineer and he's a winter specialist. This will come in handy in Russia later, I think. Maybe I should be using, there is one better, maybe I should be using Schörner. He's even better, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's put Schörner in command of this army. He's the best mountain commander, isn't he? He's a mountaineer. I thought I had everything prepared for the stream. Apparently I didn't. He's a mountaineer, he's a ranger, he's a winter specialist, and he's skill 4. Okay. That's the guy. That's the guy. It's, oh fuck, if I replace him now, it's gonna be 14. You know what? Just take all these troops. Can just do this, right? I just remembered I need to send. I decided to do an army. I want to keep an indirect threat on Malta within an invasion. I wonder if 2 divisions is gonna be okay. Can I scrunch up a 3rd? Here we go. I admit there's a lot of micro in Black Ice, if you want to. So let me show you how I set up my naval invasions. I have 4 divisions going to Kristiansand. Unfortunately, you have to venture out into this sea zone, the North Sea here. I think I should be okay. I've started to mine it already, and the UK probably doesn't interfere a lot there. I don't think I ever encountered the Royal Navy in the North Sea, but I'm not sure. So I'm a bit scared about that. But this this one has 15 victory points, and then I aim to either I march up to Bergen, or I prepare another invasion and just invade there, and then I invade from there up to here. It's gonna take a while, but it's spring 1940. I have the time. It's not like there's a lot going on, war-wise, combat-wise. But here's the other trick. I asked for military access from Sweden, and I'm marching a couple of infantry divisions, just regular ones. It's just my regular 19 standard template. It's got 9 battalions, 4 mountain arty, and the light anti-tank. As you can see here, I have all the standard support companies. I'd like to call them battalions. Why would they be companies? But anyways, I do keep cars on the field hospital because it gives better trickle back and attrition. Yes, fuel consumption on infantry, that is bad, but I do like my experienced Wehrmacht ground divisions. So I'm gonna place a couple of divisions on the Swedish border to Norway. The thing is, the Swedes will allow you to pass here. They won't allow you to attack Norwegian troops and attack Norwegian territory. But if I do send my other 2 infantry divisions and they manage to land in this province here, which they usually do in Östlandet, I can then march from Swedish territory into German territory. If you have the paratroopers available, just a very small unit, you can drop it here. I do not, because I hadn't had time yet to do. Well, I don't have paratroopers. I'm a bad player, that's why. So hopefully that landing will be all right. So I think we're about ready to proceed. Is there anything else at that? Oh, let's talk about industry for just a short while. This is a summary after the French campaign and what's going on. As you can see here, we got 59 factories on armored vehicles. I'm up to 44 medium tanks. I lowered my Berge Panzer to 7, and I've started to actually convert Sturmpanzers for my most experienced panzer divisions. I am up to 61 on air. 44 fighters, that is a good number. It's not overwhelming, but it's not bad. And I also have a couple of other, as you know, I like to have a variety of tools in my toolbox. Recently started to produce long-range naval bombers, in addition to the Dornier 22's short-range naval bombers. That's the only way I can support the Italian Navy in the Mediterranean. So I wouldn't be opposed to pumping up the short-range naval bombers. They die like flies, but they're quite effective. They help with the naval battles around the central Mediterranean early war, for sure. And I also have a couple of factories on mech now. I can't remember how many. So I am making quite a substantial number of mechanized. 22 factories. That is not bad. And as you can see, I am utilizing almost all my engine production, all my air production, almost all my tank production. I guess I could build a few more tanks then. Right. I could build 2 more tanks. But then I have to So basically what I'm trying to do is build as much air and mechanized armored vehicle production as possible. I'm down to 173,000 manpower, so I guess my Barbarossa army is more or less done. I'm already training my Barbarossa army as much as I can without changing some laws, and gain some more manpower. Another tip is to place these recruitment centers in your most populous provinces. So I started with the 3 most highest population provinces. They should give you around maybe a division's worth of troops that you can recruit, and of course you're gonna get a tiny trickle of more monthly population increase. And to that regard, I did go with Richard Daré. I don't know how you pronounce that in German, but he's the manpower domestic minister, which gives you a monthly population of 10%. It's a trickle. It's a trickle. Okay, sorry for that long rant. That was the introduction. Let's see, how long did we go? Maybe... That's only 50 minutes. So, let's progress. Even though I've been sitting quietly without streaming and talking and thinking things through, I'm probably missing like 5 different important details here. Oil, for example, it has stabilized. I did dip below a fuel deficit, and it cost me production for a couple of weeks or months. So I'm importing 30 and now 40 from the Soviet Union. The savior here is of course Slovakia, which is 31 basically free. It's cost you one industry. Same with the rubber. I did build rubber. I have 4 synthetic rubber refineries now, which is quite good in 40, I'd say. But Vichy France going to give you 32. I do suspect these will kind of disappear later on, but I have 16. Maybe should I just stockpile as much as I can while they're available, I guess. Because I know Italy usually dips below 16. Why? Maybe the Italian AI starts producing trucks or something later on. I do believe the Vichy rubber production is gonna get worse. I can stock up to 2,500 rubber storage, so why not? But anyways, so both oil, fuel, and rubber is under control at the moment. They dipped both precariously, but from now on, I am building more in Brandenburg here. I'm also at 104.5 energy consumption. That is very high. I'm not used to being this high because I haven't played meta for a long time. But probably because I have so many factories producing steel for my tanks, my energy is a bit above what it usually is. So I've been having more trouble keeping this at 100. So right now, I don't know. It is probably affecting my naval production a bit. I love talking about economy and production, don't I? It's more fun than fighting. We're up to 730 factories with 291 military factories. So I'm aiming for 300 soon. And here we go. Off we are. Am I ready for the Norwegian invasion? I guess. Oh yeah, we had some allied bombing raids. Oh, in Benelux as well. Why is it red? We had no. They moved away. Same here. It's red. So here's the thing. What you can do is you can advance one day, and then you can go and check, did the UK send... Oh, I guess you get a notification here. But now I had to send back my airplanes from the English Channel to fight bombers, and the AI, of course, without any effort, just removes it and puts it back the next day. Whereas I, as a human player with limited attention, I have to keep my... Oh shit. There's someone at the door. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for this summary.